All right, so mixing in your car, that is mixing in your car, in your DAW, in your digital audio workstation. And so hopefully you can hear the audio this time. I did an hour of mixing, an hour of mixing, an hour, I tell you, an hour of mixing with no audio. So here's what you want to do. Let me get over here real quick to make sure you're turned down. I have a convolution reverb plugin. And what you'll notice here is it's on the master channel after the mastering chain. I got the dynamic tube, got a little bit of EQ going on here. A little bit more EQ going on here. Not much, just a little kiss of a little SSQ, because it's not SSL. But it is. Anyways, then a clipper, and then this wave shaper just really smashing, not wave shaper, but this limiter, just really smashing the limiter. And so I go out to the car. Because this has low frequency content, let me go ahead and play just the bass section here. Alright, so we've got low frequency content. Let me turn on my monitors so that I can actually hear the choice noises that Kali Audio brings to my ears. While turning on the... Oh, why is it not in here? Interesting. Okay, let me grab it real quick. Reference tool, we're going to do a VOXENGO span. There we go. Let's turn on VOXENGO span and take a listen to the bass, and the fundamentals are going to be down here in like the 30s, I believe. Okay, so we've got this fundamental frequency here, and it is just scooped. I mean, there is like nothing going on in here. The fundamental frequency is 4550. And so now let's take a look at the fundamental frequency of the drums. That was fucking crazy. I'm sorry about that. So we're right about 60 for these ones. And then we're about 50 for those guys. So you couldn't really hear much of it. You could feel it, and it was cool, but then you get in the car and you're just like, oh my gosh, what happened? So I loaded up Fog Convolver, car interior settings for the Kia, and put the dry all the way down to get an idea of, can you hear this bass now? And you can a little bit. Compared to before, you can hear it. Here's the convertible. And yeah, and so you get the point. So what did I do? All right, so check this out. This is crazy what I did. So over here on this SSL emulator, I basically cranked up what looks to be, I don't know, 300. I just cranked it. And still the audio comes out. Where's it at? Let's go to the master channel. I could crank it some more, right? I dipped that out for some other stuff, and I never ended up putting the other stuff in, but I had already baked the sound in. So I mean, if I wanted to, I could, like, technically I could just give it some crazy boost right here. Right, but I have a compressor here, so I'd have to give it some crazy boost after this compressor here, or this EQ. But anyways, that's the whole point. Like, if you don't have a convolution reverb, then you're missing out. But if you do have a convolution reverb, you can go to, I think it's called Free Impulse Responses, and just get the car interior. Yeah, car interior. There you go. Kia and convertible. You turn those on. You get an idea of what it's going to sound like for somebody else. They have some high-end ones. I haven't found them yet. They have Mercedes AMG, Porsche, and Tesla Model S, I think it is. That I just haven't located them yet. And once I do, this will be part of the workflow where I test the mix against these things. But since I'm here, I'm going to do something kind of cool. I'm going to do some emphasis, de-emphasis type stuff. So maybe I grab the saturator and I set the saturation frequency to 300. I give it some crazy drive, lower it off, give it soft sine and some clipping, and maybe, just maybe, you never know. Let's take a look at this span plus. Just maybe I could reintroduce a little bit more of that frequency. That's kind of cool. The problem is that all that other nastiness. Maybe I go to like Wave Shaper and see if I can introduce it that way. Interesting. And I've got this convolver on still, I think. Let me go ahead and turn that off and see what I've got going on here. So if I put an EQ after this at 4K, let's try that. And I group this together, I might be able to reintroduce some of that latent. Let's see here, we'll go 4 kilohertz. Some of that latent frequency content. Let's give it a shot. I got me an idea. I could probably do this. I come over here to this channel, take off the saturator. Okay, so look, here's the deal. Welcome in. I see that there's a viewer here. So basically it's this. If you have a convolution reverb, you can go to free IR impulse response, free impulse response. I think it's called freeir.com or something like that. And they got a car interior kit, right? So it's Kia Mini convertible. There are also ones out there on the internet floating around. One is for a Porsche, one is for a Mercedes AMC or AMG. And then one is Tesla Model S or X, I'm not sure, which I haven't found yet, but those are going to be next on the list. Because I was going to make an impulse response from the actual car itself, but then I realized that they've already got these out there on the internet. And so, yeah, so that's basically what you do. If you want to check this against like different kind of vehicle sounds, and let's say you want to target your audience to people that have expensive vehicles, right? Then that's one way to check. So yeah, so that's pretty much it.